We are back in the picturesque St. Johns County, unpacking one of my customers' most favorite neighborhood, Middlebourne. Let's unpack some of the details so you can make this neighborhood home.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, and thanks again for being here. I am so excited to unpack with you one of St. Johns County's most premier gated communities right here in North St. Johns County. Now, I have a special treat for you guys. You're actually going to hear from one of my customers that had the privilege of purchasing in this neighborhood that's been living here for about 6 to 8 months, and I want you to hear from them, from their experience, directly from them, their pros and cons of what they love about this luxurious master plan community right here in North St. Johns County. Now, a little bit about this community. Again, it has about 350 homes when it will be complete. 2 builders here, one that is a fully custom builder, other that's what we call a luxury production builder, and I'll tell you what makes them a little different. Another great thing about this neighborhood is not just the high quality construction that is available. It is a gated community, of course. It will have amenities that they're working on. They're actually about a year out from finishing all the amenities. It is quaint in size, and one of the best things that my customers that have bought in here, I've had about 2 or 3 families purchase in this neighborhood. What they've told me resoundingly is the location of this neighborhood just really puts their life at ease, because you're less than 6 miles from all the major shopping that you may need. You're less than about 10 to 15 miles from Jacksonville. You're less than, literally, you can do a stone throw away from Creekside High, and Patriot Oaks K through 8, which is the A-rated school, is less than 2 blocks away. So all of my customers that have purchased in here, they also tell me how they love the fact that it's so small in size that they really get to know one another. Before I've even had a chance to introduce my customers to one another, they had already met and have already built a sense of community in this quaint, luxurious neighborhood. So it has a bit of everything: great location, cozy feel, and that luxurious, high-end new construction that many of you long for. All right, so stay tuned.
Now, one of the many things that sets this neighborhood apart is not just its luxury construction options, but its beautiful sunsets. Now, this well-manicured landscape neighborhood offers the convenient access that many long for, as well as is beautifully nestled in nature and surrounded by beautiful scenic water views all the way around. And of course, it has generous lot sizes from 50 to 60-foot wide lots. Now, again, the second phase has opened, which is giving many an opportunity to build a custom home for themselves, with home prices starting in the high $500,000, with floor plans ranging from 1,800 square feet all the way up to 3,700 square feet. You have a range of options available in this neighborhood.
But it truly is a gem. Before we dive into one of the home options available here in Middlebourne, I thought let's talk about the different types of builders, right? Because there's 2 builders here in Middlebourne, which is ICI and David Weekley. Now, David Weekley only has a few lots remaining in their model home for sale. They have 1 model home for sale that we've done a video on. I'll put up the link for that. It's a beautiful model. It's gorgeous. It's called the Bumblebee 3-2. It's on the water. Beautiful floor plan. Let me know if you want more information about that. Let's move on. So David Weekley is what we call a luxury production builder, meaning that they have set floor plans and there are set changes you can make to those floor plans. It's not like there's an endless amount of changes that you can make to their floor plans. ICI has the same. So ICI, in the regards that they're what we consider more of a custom builder, or semi-custom really. So they all have a floor plan like this Costa Mesa behind me, and you can make all the kind of different tweaks that you want to the floor plans. So you can't necessarily pull a floor plan from another neighborhood. They do have set floor plans for the neighborhoods, but if you wanted to add a 3-car garage, if you wanted to add a bonus, if you wanted to bump out your owner suite to make it bigger, etc., they do offer those types of options. So you will have more flexibility. And I really love working with both of these builders. I've had great experiences with both, but I would definitely say, depending on your needs, wants, and budget, it will determine which builder is a better fit. And I'm happy to sit down with you and give a consultation as far as that is concerned. All right, guys, let's jump into this home and just kind of unpack with some of the options available in this gorgeous neighborhood.
Now, what do you think of the frontage of this home, or what we call the elevation? Could you see this working for you? Now, this Costa Mesa, the base price of this home is around $640. Remember, that does not include lot and upgrades. That is an additional charge. But as we look at the frontage of this home, with these transom windows pointed out here, and with these 3 windows to the front and this stacked stone columns, does this work for your taste? Now remember, if it doesn't, you do have different elevations, frontage of the home options available. Let's take a step inside. Now, as we take a tour of some of the highlights of this Costa Mesa floor plan, remember it's 4 bedrooms, 3 baths with a separate office and a huge bonus room upstairs. Now, this floor plan does have great expandable options where it can expand up to 3,200 square feet, but the base square footage is around 2,500 square feet with 12-foot vaulted ceilings throughout this floor plan. Now, one of the signatures of ICI is the transom windows you see here over the sliders, bringing in that natural light into the great room. And this is truly just that, a great room that transitions into a beautiful chef's kitchen. Now, this kitchen could easily fit 9 to 10 people at the same time comfortably for the holidays. Definitely as a home for those that love to have gatherings and love to have loved ones over, this floor plan could work for you.
Now, isn't this a gorgeous, great room and gourmet kitchen? Now, let's unpack it a little bit. All right, now the lighting might get a little dark since I'm a little away from the camera, but I want you just to see the size of this gourmet kitchen here. I'm actually kind of looking, can you still see me for how large this is? With the 12-foot ceilings here, this oversized island, of course, architectural hood. They really put a lot of beautiful upgrades here with this cabinetry, the peekaboo cabinets. I call them peekaboo cabinets. And you may notice also this additional cabinetry here with the floating shelves. Again, plenty of space for you to kind of, especially for those that maybe have a big family where everybody loves to cook, this would be probably the ideal floor plan. Now, for those that maybe say, maybe you don't want all your appliances or things out, you want more of what we call a presentation kitchen, you can always do the option of doing like a butler's pantry instead of a drop down right here that we'll show you momentarily. But I wanted you just to get just the scale and the size of this floor plan. All right, let's unpack more on this beautiful home.
So what are you thinking of this floor plan so far? Truly, the best is yet to come. Now, we did a full video tour of this home on our original video on Middlebourne, done about a year ago. It's actually on this channel. You want to click on the video tab. Yes, go to the home page on your YouTube channel, click on the video tab, and you'll be able to pull up our full catalog of near 90 videos where we did a video on this Costa Mesa floor plan and the Middlebourne community. So this is just to give you a glimpse and an update on some of the offerings of Middlebourne now that they're in their second phase of construction. I'll put a link in the description as well as in this video for you. Now, we're going to just take a glimpse inside of the secondary room offerings. Remember, there's 4 separate bedrooms with a bonus room up top. We just wanted to give you a peek inside of one of the secondary rooms so you can just get an idea of the sizing of the rooms offerings here. But we don't want to spend too much time because we just want to show you the highlights. All right, let's jump over to some of the next features of this home.
Now, another thing I wanted to point out before we go upstairs to check out the bonus room is the size of this lanai, which is another selling feature of this floor plan, is that you have the option to, especially for those that love outdoor living, to have an extensive outdoor living space. As you see here, they have a 4-seat table here, an additional outdoor full patio set here with standalone chairs and a little love seat. So, and then a summer kitchen. So again, this floor plan, I want you to think through when you're looking at floor plans and the builders offering you like 10 or 12 different floor plans, you have to think about how you use your home. So if you're more of an outdoor person, then certain floor plans would work better. If you're more of a living room person, I'm a living room person. I spend 90% of my time in the living room. If you're more of a bedroom person, I have some people, they love their bedrooms. So it's important for their bedrooms to be massive. So those are the things you kind of need to think through. And that's that I'll walk you through to help you identify the best home for you. All right, let's go upstairs.
Now, I just wanted to show you a glimpse inside of this bonus room option. There's so many customizations you can do with this floor plan. You can turn this whole bonus room into an actual room by adding a full bath. And half bath is currently attached to it, as well as a kitchenette for a baby extended guest. Just wanted you to see the size of it. Again, this is a condensed video tour. If you would like the full tour of this video and an explanation of the different customizations, don't hesitate to reach out to me. Again, this is just a glimpse inside of one of their floor plans. There's over 12 to pick from in this Middlebourne community with ICI. And remember, we still have David Weekley, our other builder in Middlebourne, as an option. Stay tuned. Remember, we talked about the front of the home, which is called in new construction the elevation. Okay, so each front of the home will look different. You'll have typically 3 to 4 different frontages to pick from. We'll go into which ones you can pick and which ones you can't pick sometimes. Like, they don't want too many homes on the same street to look similar. So everyone has, for instance, picked, say, the Craftsman Modern. They can't have 2 of the same homes right next to each other, so that one may not be available if you want to build on a particular lot. But typically you have 3 different elevations available, and they come sometimes at a price. So if you see where it has more stacked stone, those typically are a little more, anywhere from, it just depends, from $12,000 to $20,000 depending on the finishes, okay? You see how it has different peaks or different gables. All those different things go into the pricing of the elevation. You see how this one over the garage has like the peekaboo windows. All those things are factors. So again, if you don't like the frontage or the front to the elevation of a home, you do have options to pick from. Now, we still have so much more to unpack, but please be sure to show your support if you're finding this information helpful by pushing that like button. Yes, go ahead and push it for us, please. Now, don't forget, we still have our upcoming interview with David that is a resident right here in Middlebourne. So much more to cover, so stay tuned. Thanks for pushing that like button. Let's jump on to our next builder here in Middlebourne, which is David Weekley. Just wanted to show you a preview of one of their floor plan options. Again, we did a full video on this floor plan. It's called the Juliton. It is a 4-car garage home. So it is actually in our video that we've done on 3 to 4 car garage option. I'll leave a link for you to see the full tour of this exquisite home. It definitely is one that is a showstopper. It's 4 bedrooms, 4 baths with a 4-car garage and about 3,000 square feet. It has this really cool teen TV room also that's off adjacent to the living room as well. Definitely one that you want to dive into more. But let's talk a little bit about David Weekley. Again, they are what we call a luxury production builder, so they're not a fully custom builder where you can make endless changes, but you can customize structural options that they've already set aside for you to make for each of their floor plans. All right, we still have so much more to come. Actually, let's go ahead and jump into our interview with David from New York that has purchased a home right here in Middlebourne.
And about his neighborhood and why he chose this one above all the ones that we actually looked at, from Rivertown to Shearwater. Why did he land particularly here?
People are nice, you know, the community is great. I mean, my neighbors are great. And this particular community that we chose, it's a smaller community than, you know, the other ones that we saw. And one of the main reasons I actually chose it is because it was smaller, so it felt like more intimate, and I could, you know, definitely get to know more of my neighbors. And you know, it kind of felt like everybody here is family, as opposed to one of those big massive communities where you might not know everyone. And it's just like a small village, but this is very small and very intimate, so it's more personal. So, you know, I love it here. The weather's great. You know, the views are great. If you guys can see the view, you know, I have a water fountain right behind me. I wake up every day and I have this beautiful water view, and, you know, the ducks come and greet me in the mornings.
Yeah.
So, this is great. I wouldn't get this in New York.
The
This
real
is
deal.
great.
What don't you like maybe about it?
Honestly, I can't say I don't like anything about it, to be honest. I really, like I said, it's gated, so that's a big plus. I feel, I have children, so it feels like I'm in a safer place. Not anyone can just come in here and drive in here, and I love the fact that it's right across the high school where my daughters will be going. So it's a close, walk. You can even walk across the street, and so it's very close to the schools. My neighbors are, the ones I've met. There's still a lot of empty houses, but the neighbors that I have met, they're all awesome. Small community. Everyone feels like family here. I can't say that I don't like one thing. I do wish the amenities were up and running.
Okay, that's a good one.
The amenities are taking a little bit long to get built, but other than that, I really have no complaints. Honestly, I really have no complaints.
Well, let's give David a hand for giving his honest review of Middlebourne and just his experience living here in St. Johns County, moving from New York.
Now that the sun is setting in Middlebourne, which is the staple of this community, I hope you enjoyed just a glimpse inside of some of the offerings of this premier neighborhood. Now, if Middlebourne is not a pick for you, we have over 450 different communities here in Northeast Florida for you to pick from. But don't worry, be not dismayed. I am here to walk you through the process as your Florida real estate agent. This is Francis with Fine Homes by Francis, brought to you by Florida Homes Realty.